Good morning. I wanted to take some shots of my garden. This is the last box that I haven't planted yet. I'm trying to put green beans in here, I think, today. Anyway, these boxes, if you didn't see my video last year, are made from fence panels. So it didn't cost us anything. And these are for wind and shade. And this came off my trampoline over there. So, and then we started with sticks on the bottom and then lots of good compost, leaves, grass, food, kind of equal parts, and rotate that all out. I have a bucket way out there and a pile. And yeah, I need to do something with all that. That used to be my garden, but it didn't get enough water and it got way too much sun. So this gets a little bit of shade, but mostly sun. Anyway, so this is my last box to plant. But I wanted to show off my new little growth here. These are peas. This is dandelion, and I let it grow because I pick the leaves and add it to salad, and sometimes I do something with the yellow part. Anyway, I am switching to square foot gardening, but I had already started here with a row, and you do 6-inch rows and then a foot, I think, between the rows, which that's not really a foot. But anyway, square foot gardening, it's gonna be okay. And then I went to buckets for tomatoes this year. And this is from the library project that I did. We took a class there on Saturday mornings, and our last day we made these little buckets. And I think it's hilarious that up here in Idaho they have buckets with Texas on them. So I knew I was in the right place. Anyway, we put a rope in here, and it goes down into this bucket, and you fill this bucket with water through this little contraption, and so it can soak up water whenever it needs it. It's doing pretty good. And I'm planting marigolds. Supposedly they keep bugs away. Mine usually in the past have died, so I bought them a little bigger this year to see if I could keep them alive a little bit longer. Anyway, here's some more tomatoes. I'm doing them in buckets. And these are the little tiny ones. I don't know what that one is, but these are sweeter. But that one is a big one for slices. Anyway, here's some peppers, bell peppers. They're starting to get flowers already. I bought these at the ag sale at the high school. And some basil. Bugs have already gotten it. But I'm going to put some diatomaceous earth out a little bit later. Let the soil dry a little bit in the sun before I do that. And here's some onions. I've had these onions for so long. I got these years ago, and they just keep coming back, and I had them in a little pot. I think that pink pot over there at another house, and then I put them in here when the pot broke, and I still have decided to use that pot anyway. I just have to keep it watered. And then I think these are garlic. I don't know. I planted these last year, and they're coming back, and I can't remember. I have a notebook, but anyway, I don't know what those little guys are. I think these are carrots and radishes and turnips. I'd have to get my sign that I made out. So I do actually have it recorded, but just right now I can't remember. Anyway, something like that. I think I planted lettuce here. And then I planted turnips maybe. Let me see. Yep, turnips. And these are some more peppers. So I try to rotate. That's parsley right there. Got a good deal on this little 6-pack of parsley, so I have them all over the place. Seeing which will do better. Container or, sun, front, back, different things. more marigolds. And these are some more peas. And these guys are doing better. And they're in a shadier place. I just ran out of places to try them. So this gets morning sun. And the ones over there get more afternoon sun. So, not sure why they're doing better. Maybe it's just too hot for them over in that other place. Anyway, these are cabbage. I have 4 green and 4 purple. Last year the bugs, and I wrestled and wrestled and wrestled, and I hardly got any cabbage. Just tiny little ones is all I ever got out of that. So, volunteer, not sure what it is. Volunteer, who knows, out of my compost. But here's my first little sprouts of potatoes. So, and then a cucumber. And then my trellis scrounged from someone else's garden when they moved. So, anyway, we'll see how that does. And these are my raspberries. I planted them last year. Didn't get any raspberries last year, so I'm hoping for some this year. Anyway, they've really grown. I didn't know if they'd make it over the winter because they were so little. And here's my strawberries. And they've already got some little flowers, and I have to put this net over them. Oh, they're busting through the net because the birds really like to get them. Oh, I've got some little strawberry coming up. So, and the dogs like to run here too. I have all kinds of stuff out here. This is Virginia creeper. It's really, really pretty in the fall, but right now it looks kind of like a weed. And this is nettle, which I keep saying that I'm going to make into tea, and I don't, and it's just nasty. But I haven't had time to cut it down. It just sprouted up with all this rain. And I let my dandelions grow because they attract the bees. Anyway, this was sunflowers last year. So I think I may do sunflowers again because it's right in front of my bedroom window. And we used to have trees here that they cut down. So this gives us a little block. And there's Riley. And in the front, I've got some thyme right there. Hasn't come up yet. I don't know if you can see without me unlocking the gate. But I've got some more parsley, some lavender, some rosemary, and some flowers I bought myself for Mother's Day. Sage is way over there. That's Nana, the neighbor dog. Anyway, and then these are volunteer berries. I guess a squirrel or something planted them, and we found them last year. They were hidden under the roses here. Anyway, sometimes I put birdseed out, and they're fun to watch. And these are all from the previous owner. Pretty flowers. And anyway, so that's the garden tour for this year, and I'm going to try to put beans in today. There's some pretty pink flowers. I have no idea what they are, but they're pretty. And somebody really liked flowers before we moved in, and I'm very, very grateful. But they don't last very long. That's the only problem. We have automatic sprinklers. Thank God for that. Even though I enjoy watering. That tree right there was full of yellow flowers till the last rain and wind. These are about to die off here. And then way back in the back, I think somebody told me that's a lilac. Anyway, they smell wonderful. And I think we're going to do chickens back there eventually. So, that's it, pretty much. But yeah, we're going to put some green beans, hopefully in here today. And whatever else I find at the market. Oh, we have our first little tomato. So, this year, because up here we have such a short growing season, I let other people grow some of these things in their greenhouses, and then I buy it from them. It's more expensive that way, but otherwise I don't get much. I've tried to start everything from seeds outside, and by the time they're big, it's so hot. We really can't plant here till mid-May or late May, some years, this year we got them in late April. Some things, like these little seeds, some of these colder things, like the peas, I think I got them in at the end of April. You can get them in a little bit earlier, but I didn't. So, anyway, that's it for this year. Well, for a while anyway.